Judges, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. We are the representative from the Open University of Hong Kong. Let me introduce me and my teammates first. I'm Dipsy. He is Ken, she is Carmen, and he is Stanley. Today, we are going to introduce a company which is called Visa International Company, and we will provide some solution to them for solving the problems that they are facing now. Here is the agenda that we provide today, and we develop into 7 parts. The first one is we'll talk about some company backgrounds about Visa. And then the second part is we will define the problems that Visa is facing now. The third part is we will analyze the internal and external environment for Visa. And then the fourth part and fifth part is some solution that we recommend to Visa for solving the problems that they are facing. And then the sixth part is the action plan. And then the seventh part is we will make a conclusion. Let's talk about some company background for Visa first. It is developed in 1988. It is the biggest EPS provider in the world, and they provide 4 core products. The first one is the credit cards. The second one is debit cards, and then the third one is prepaid cards, and then the last one is the commercial payment solution to some business company. There is a very large numbers of Visa cards that they issue by the Visa card company. It is about 1.9 billion until the June of 2011. And they also deal with a great number of transactions in the world, about 76 billion. Let me tell you some problems that the Visa company is facing now. The main problem is what strategy Visa should choose, because they have to win against the CUP company. CUP company is, the full name is the Chinese Union Pay. It is a EPS provider company. We develop into four minor problems. The first one is do we need to provide any means to Visa to challenge the CUP's monopolistic position. The second one is how to ensure the Chinese travelers pay through Visa network. The third one is would it cause a increasing of competition between CUP companies with Visa or other competitors. How would the Visa reliance is a global strategy? And now I will analyze the external and internal environment for Visa. We develop into 4 parts. The first part is political. For political parts, the WTO, that is World Trade Organization, that aims to reduce the international trade barriers and suggest some they would like to settle some disputes in the world, because China they joined the WTO already. So it is good for Visa company. And then for economic part, because the Visa company would like to enter into the China market, and then China GDP is growing rapidly now, so it is good for Visa to expand the Visa service in China. For the social part, because China has a very high population, And the Chinese is looking for a good, higher living standard right now, and their income is better than before, so they can have a higher purchasing power to buy things. For technology part, because because the PayPal is can be used right now for any. We can use PayPal to pay the transaction or to do any trading through the online. So it is convenient for the user of Visa to pay and settle the bill through PayPal. And now I will talk about and analyze some strengths and weaknesses, opportunities and threats that Visa is facing. For strength part, as we know that Visa has a very long history until now, so they can gain a very well reputation because their security is doing very well, and they are doing very well in global markets. So we can gain the customer loyalty. And what is the weaknesses for Visa? They lack of the China government support because the China government, they do not allow Visa to deal with some foreign currency transaction right now. So it is a weaknesses for Visa company. And we can look for what opportunities that Visa may have. Because the China joined the WTO already, so because the WTO aims to agree to anti-competitive practice, because the CUP is dominates the Chinese market right now, and the WTO is agreed to the anti-competitive practice. It is good for Visa to get this chance to anti the competitive practice from CUP. And then the second point and third point is about the Chinese. As China, they have the very high income and very high population right now. So this can increase the consumption of using the Visa card. The fourth part is because the number of mainlanders is increasing. They would like to travel to US. The percentage of growth is about 35.9% already. And we talk about what threats that Visa is facing now. As CUP, they do not receive any charge from the customer. That means free of charge. They provide free of charge for any foreign currency settlement to customer. So the Chinese may prefer to pay it by CUP, not paid by Visa. This is the fact that Visa is facing now. And CUP is trying to develop the global market, so they are giving the threats to Visa. Let's move to the next part to Stanley.
Yes, thank you, Dipsy. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to introduce a new strategy to you all. Maybe it's a combination about two strategies. I will introduce first of this, and Carmen will do the second one. The first of this, as we all know that we would like to introduce a strategic alliance with the American Express. So why American Express will be our target alliance? Because as my teammate Dipsy mentioned, and the passage already mentioned, there is a 35.9% growth for the mainlander to travel in US. So we know that US is a very big market and Chinese is our target customers. So and we know that the Asian mile is very attractive to us because once they use the credit card, they can still gain the points, so they can get the tickets to US or more far away from Chinese or China. Yeah, so we estimate about 10 million for this plan. Asia Miles is just a promotion, the name of promotion, and the details is just like this. If they use the visa system, so they can get extra points and extra miles for this. So then we can attract more people to use the visa system rather than use the CUP system. And the next one will be, so greater cash point and more gift to our customer to Chinese, because we know that almost many banks promote so many souvenirs and gifts to our dearest customer, because we want them to hold and have more cards in order to provide chance for us to get their money. And this one will be, if the Chinese who love traveling in US, they can get more cash points and get more gifts. Yeah, as we all know that other companies just like CUS can do this, but if they travel US, we can pay more. It means that extra bonus to them. It's only exclusively for visas only. And the next one would be the resource required, because American Express will not cooperate with others easily. We all know that American Express is a very stable and complex company, and they can generate more than we think. So we got the reputation and long history, of course, and we got the complex structure and stable networks. What do we mean the complex structure and stable networks? It means that we are staying in a similar situation, facing the similar backgrounds and have the similar law structure. It's very important in this, because the WTO, the fair trading, and the trading between anti-competitive practice is all related to the financial sector. So having a similar structure is very important, and the stable law structure, political environment, it can avoid the opportunism. So we should not worry, and we do not need to worry about how they will cheat us. And the next part, I will pass it to Carmen, have a more detailed distribution channels. Thank you.
Thank you, Stanley. I'd like to talk about the distribution channel. For Visa, Visa can increase its distribution channel to do more penetration work in the market in order to gain more market share. First, Visa can, for shops, Visa can promote chair use in shops in Beijing, Shanghai. Why we choose Beijing and Shanghai? Because it is more modern and developed region in China. We estimate that we will use 500 machines, and also estimated 0.5 million in doing this promotion. Yes. For the card holders, we simplify the application process in order to increase the more customer in using the Visa card holders. Yes, we can use online application services to simplify our application process. Yes. For CUP, its selling point is that they use free currency settlements in order to gain more market share. So Visa should use reliability and also the better after-sales service to compete with them. For the reliability, more mainlander is seeking for, they have a higher income, and also they are looking for a higher living standard. So they pursue a high quality of services. Because of Visa has a very long history when compared with CUP, so Visa has this advantage on reliability. Besides, for the after-sales services, Visa can offer a 24-hour hotlines for emergency help and also for any inquiries. Next will be better security. Better security means that if Visa cardholder using trades in a transaction in a particular firm, Visa staff will call back to them in order to ensure that this is the real cardholder in doing this transaction. Yes, next I will pass it to Ken to talk about the action plan.
Thank you.
One of the threats we mentioned in our presentation is the threat of the free of currency settlement offered by CUP, the China Union Pay. What we suggest, what they provide for consumers is the lower costs for consumers to use. In that way, consumers will benefit in the product because the cost is lower. For us, for Visa, we suggest the strategic alliance with American Express because we believe it increases the value of reliability to consumers. That reliability for them would lead them to believe there's a risk in reduction when they use our products. As well as our distribution channels increases the value of use. The convenience that Visa will offer through our suggestions will benefit consumers of the convenience of our products. Additionally, one of the problems addressed initially was whether if we were to deviate from the alliances of China Union Pay, what would happen? Would they pursue another international company like MasterCard? However, we've also just suggested in our presentation that Visa is in an anti-competitive behavior with MasterCard, and we believe that wouldn't really occur. Back to our strategy. For our action plan, basically this is an outlook of what our action plan would look like. Starting from year 0, we'll form the strategic alliance with American Express. And our projected cost would be $10 million. After that, half a year later, we plan to provide the application of the distribution, increasing the distribution channels of 500 machines. We plan to locate these machines in mostly major areas of China as a test market, mainly in Beijing and Shanghai. And the estimated cost of this would be $0.5 million. At the end of 1 year, we plan to evaluate the frequency of usage of the machines. We hope, in all, we can increase the usage by 10% from what we initially have right now. If this fails, in 1.5 years, our contingency plan is to divest into other countries. Countries we plan, such as the Middle East and Africa, or Latin American and Austria, Asia. All these 3 countries have a potential growth rate of greater than 9% in card consumption. At this point, I'd like to pass on to Stanley to make a conclusion.
Yes, thank you, Ken. Compared to the first slide, so you may be very confused about the linkage of the strategy between these problems. So the picture is very clear about that because Visa wants to get all he wants and wants to get what he lost because of the CUP. And the first minor question is that we'll look at later. And the second one would be how to ensure the Chinese travelers to pay through the Visa's network system. So we promote the distribution channel, more gifts, and as we all know that they are the traveler to US. So we can promote more discount and attractive souvenirs to them, and including the Asian miles. So, and the third one would be would it cause the increasing of competition? In this topic, competition means that, would they cooperate with other, just like MasterCard, to hold a strategic alliance? We can get this off because we already formed the strategic alliance with American Express, which is a great and powerful company in US and promotes very wonderful services and coupons. And the last one would be how will Visa realign its global strategy? Visa is always doing the credit card services, and the opportunity shows us that Chinese is a big target of customers, and they are travelers. They want to travel in US. So as an American company, we want to promote more services in getting their opportunities. Come back to the first one, any means to challenge the CUP's monopolistic position. Yes, we would like to challenge their position rather than cooperating with them because we are already. Yeah, thank you.
University of Hong Kong. We should now begin the Q&A session. 10 minutes. You said that you may have more points, more Asia miles, or other promotional efforts that you're going to give to your consumers. Then why American Express? Because you might be able to do that without American Express. I would have thought. So can you explain more about this other?
Thank you for your questions. Because American Express will only cooperate with some long history and reliable company. As a very famous company, I don't think they will cooperate with CUP because they are not mature enough. And the political environment in China is very unstable, such like corruption or other things. So we are confident to get the alliance with American Express. And the promotion in American Express is very familiar with us because American Express already did this project for very long histories. They promoted the Asia Miles. They are well experienced. So maybe, not maybe, we are so confident to get the contract. Yeah.
So do you have any other backup plan if AE turn off your suggestions?
If the AE just turn down or just reject our offer, we can still use the distribution channel. So the strategic alliance and the distribution channel is should be imposed on the same time. But once the strategic alliance is failed, never mind. We still got the distribution channel. Even though the distribution channel failed, never mind. We can still target other places such as BRICS, Brazil, Russia, Singapore, India. Because the characteristic of BRICS is the higher population, the growth of GDP. So the consumption in there will be very great, and the opportunity will be very large.
Okay, we just must ask again about this American Express, right? Because it's an interesting idea, and I imagine that the brand name carries some value in China, right? Because people might think that it's a useful card. But how are you actually going to get these cards into the hands of the Chinese consumer? Because at the moment they've got the CUP cards. The American Express can't acquire in renminbi. So and I'm not sure that putting these terminals in Beijing and Shanghai is going to be allowed, practically speaking. So what's the strategy around that?
Thank you for your questions. And first of this, because Chinese is developing, and Beijing, Shanghai are the modern cities, to our knowledge. They are treasuring, they are pursuing the living standard and the loyalty and or the social status. If they got the AE card, they will think that, oh, I'm different.
I'm rich.
I'm rich. And it's the first point. And the second point, why do you hold the credit cards? Because it's convenient. If we can improve the process of application, process of transaction, then you will be more willing to pay the fee, the year fee, about $800, right? So, concerning about the convenience, we focus on the quality service, after sales service, quality, reliability. And they will be confident to us because our target customer not the very poor city, it's the modern city. And it's a trial plan only. If we fail, never mind. Still got Brazil, India, Singapore. Yeah.
Additionally, when you mentioned about reliability and security, reliability and service of the customer support, we can also market in terms for Visa. We can market it in a way that we're stressing more in value of creating credit security for consumers. That way, consumers will be more in tuned into getting credit cards with Visa than with the China Union Pay, which doesn't really seem to stress the credit risk or credit protection of consumers that much.
Okay, so American Express is a very high cost card, and the CUP is a very low cost card. So are you talking about a market segmentation strategy here? Is that what it is, to try and appeal to the high rollers?
Yes.
It seems to me that to try to form the alliance with American Express is interesting. But on the other hand, if they are direct competitors, that MasterCard, Visa, and AE are direct competitors. So Visa card traditionally dominates the global market. So if I wonder if I'm American Express, why do I should join the alliance with Visa rather than MasterCard or to form an even bigger alliance to compete?
Because in US there is the anti-competitive practice between MasterCard's Visas. So they know that their real competitor is the CUP, not the Visas and MasterCard. Because so we don't think that the AE will choose the MasterCard rather than Visas, because Visa has a more complex structure and longer history. I think most people will think that the reliability is higher in Visa rather than MasterCard. Yeah, to a personal use only.
But effectively, you'd be saying that everyone would have to have two cards in China because they would need a local card for RMB,
Yeah.
Because that could not be set up through Visa. So, but on the other hand, if they just had a China Union card, then actually that would be okay for them.
Yeah,
So,
China Union card would be very common in China, but the usage to Chinese will be very great in US. So, yes, you are right. It's very common to use the CUP because it's the Chinese company and most of Chinese will use this. But China is developing, and most of the coastal city is becoming more modern than before.
Okay. Just another question. I didn't understand the reference to PayPal. I think PayPal is a subsidiary of eBay, is it not?
Yeah.
So what's that about?
Yeah, it's the PayPal. We do not have time to explain this. So I explain this here. In the minor question one, in the some questions over there, they said that the interest values for the card renewal is very, very often or always. The customer always complain about that. So we use the PayPal. PayPal, just like Octopus cards in Hong Kong, it's okay. And you can pay the bill. So you can skip the process like this. Okay, then your cards can be kept more better.
And no need to change it and renew the card in a frequent.
Yeah, no need to sign your name, just okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I just don't think it's particularly well established in China yet. I think they've got other investors there. Right, very interesting anyway.
I think in your presentation, I seem to haven't seen any mention about the potential lawsuits that's going on against Visa Inc. So do you think this is a potential threat to you? And if so, how are you going to, have you thought of any solutions to that?
Potential lawsuits. To our team, we think that Visa's company is a victim facing the CUP, because the Chinese company, the CUP company, always brought the benefits to Visas, and the Chinese government always support the CUP company. So the lawsuits, it will be a threat to the Visa's company to rise a law. Why? To sue the Chinese company maybe, but we don't think that the Visa will get some disadvantage about this.
I was actually mentioning about the lawsuits against Visa.
Against Visa.
Domestically, in the domestic market, you had some lawsuits previously and also going ahead in face some of them. So I was just asking whether that was one of the concerns.
Thank you. First of all, we haven't really considered that as a factor because it's kind of in the future. It's not really like there. That's what we can. So but however, if the lawsuit does pass and it goes against Visa, we would believe that it actually would have quite a big negative impact on the company, because like credit companies are based on the credit. The company image is actually quite important to.
Yeah, I'm afraid time's up. Yeah. So
Sorry.
thank you, the
Thank you
open
very much.
university.
Okay, so thank you. So that will be the end of
Thanks very much.
the presentation and end of round one. I think we will,
There we will.
yeah, take some time.